that happened.
Yeah.
He probably saw the death in library and was like, I'm going to pick up that weapon. Didn't someone just die in library?
Yeah, but it was only an MP9 and he already had an MP9. Yeah.
He probably saw the death in library and was like, I'm going to pick up that weapon. Didn't someone just die in library?
Yeah, but it was only an MP9 and he already had an MP9.
Okay, so I've got nothing.
If someone would like to try and
Incendiaries
explain
dropped by Cyber Legacy. They want banana control, and Seized is fighting for it. Electronic stuns his ground, and they are so salty right now. Honestly, the fact they're catching nade damage and they're throwing weapons, there is an absolute bomb going off in the Na'Vi comms right now.
Do you reckon they're arguing or quiet?
No, I just think they're probably sad.
Dead silent.
Yeah, I think it's quiet at this point, like because you're all independently aware that this shouldn't be happening, but you're all also independently aware that mentioning that we're all aware
is a problem.
It's a problem. You know, there's no point in acknowledging it. We all know what's happening here. We shouldn't be losing. So saying it isn't going to achieve anything. So saying nothing
here we go.
is the usual outcome. They're going for the musketeer strategy.
Don't stand up.
It can end in a bit of a +10 if you were a retro gamer. It's not to be.
They haven't fallen off it either.
No.
There's a nade.
Oh, and it actually works out well.
They're okay. Look at the damage on
They get away. I am losing my
this is
proverbial beans. Forster nailing a 1, Seized winning a 2nd, and Na'Vi have 6 HP.
Great. The Molly's
6
great.
HP. They can't go through the flames.
Can't do anything.
They can't.
Oh.
And now they'll double peak.
This is all over.
Yep, 3, 2, 1. As soon as Foster starts shooting, Clax will swing.
Claxy boy.
Wow.
That was midair.
There you have it.
Oh, the Salt becomes rife on the server. A flying SMG to the face.
That's the problem with Salt, Lauren. You've got to watch out because if it turns to its crystal form, it's a solid and no longer feels, you know, the same problems, the same role.
Right. Thank you.
Gosh. Did you ever grow crystals as a child, Chad?
Yeah. In school.
How did we do it again?
I forgot. You left things overnight and like calcified, right?
Crystals?
And they just
Was it? What did we leave there?
on pop sticks.
Was it
We put it
cress?
on pops. I don't know.
That was a separate project, I think.
Yeah, that was probably
cress and the cotton wool.
I had some of the worst attendance in my school year.
Lauren's
that doesn't surprise me whatsoever.
She was listening to My Chemical Romance at the bus shelter with
She was listening to Avril Lavigne, Skater Boy.
Avril Lavigne. Shut up, Chad, you filthy Claire's accessories.
I'm not okay. She's just sitting there sipping her cider.
That's WKD Blue.
Oh, that's right. Sorry.
Tricky gonna find Flamey. This round should be simple. Actually, you know what, Rush? Why don't you have a crack at this? This is quite fun.
This is a rush round.
It's an interesting game so far. A nice little half run boost. I wouldn't call it a full run boost. Not full speed going off of there, but it still looked pretty cool regardless. Wasn't too tricky, but tricky to pick up. Anyway, though,
is he getting fired soon?
No, honestly, I think he's getting way too big for his boots there.
What a glowing shot from
glowing. Come on. Can you do all of them?
Seized the kill. Will it be a perfecto shot coming out? But it doesn't look like it, and it's seized again.
He seized the day for sure.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Maybe they can foster some more rounds here.
Seize the day.
Maybe they can clank some out.
Good. I expected the beer comment, but actually, you went, yeah, no, I like that.
Well.
You ever listened to Avenged Sevenfold?
Yeah, I love them.
You did?
Be fun.
Good. Chad, ever heard of them?
No.
A lot of kind of like, you know, eyeliner going on there too in the early days.
Oh, M Shadows and I used to be a big fan.
Yeah.
I did. I've kind of forgotten all about them now.
The Beast and the Harlot, I like
that.
That was a jam.
That's very kind of old school Avenged Sevenfold. Then they went a bit weird and different. Started doing like cowboy theme tunes and stuff. It was cool.
We'll have it on the car on the way back because this might be over soon.
Yeah.
It's definitely not going to be a 2-mapper if Na'Vi lose this one right here. So
look, here's the difference. You were the 99.9%er for Na'Vi.
No, I went 90.
Here I am, 80%.
I went 90.
Believer.
You put 20%.
Believer here.
20% in Cyber Legacy.
Yeah.
Well, that 20% for map 1 is probably about all we're going to get here because I think that Na'Vi...
Damn naysayers.
I'm just saying...
The picture you're painting, Chad, is that they're going to win their map pick and then they're going to have to get stomped on Marvi's map pick on Nuke. Then we'll have a third map because it is Nuke and obviously it's not a map that a team that's been together this long would likely have developed to the point where they can beat a top 10 team. So with all of that said, this map could be redundant, but we'll still get excited about it all the same because that's our jobs.
At least it wasn't forfeit.
No, certainly.
That's a different start from the last
see them play.
Well done. But still, it is a 4v4. The exchange at the start equaling out. Flamey does start to build towards Apartment's control. They do have Banana control, so they're going through the motions of what normally depicts a good round for a T side. However, on the other side, you still have a bit of damage being thrown down, a little bit of this and a little bit of that, but hard to be in the right place at the right time when you don't have that an additional man to sit towards the correct side. So Boomich and all the others starting to build up.
Oh, what a swing.
Jeez, that was a big swing. Big information, keep in mind. There's enough time they could scrap this. Let's see if they kind of keep kicking this into gear. Glow wants to buy time. Good nade towards Boomich. Drops down towards Pit. Harder to clear. More commitment needed. Bomb now loose. Looks towards Balcony. I thought he had Simple, but you don't get Simple that easy. Nope. Yes.
In the bush.
Jinx. 15 for
15 to
Cyber
6.
Legacy. This is a thrashing.
When's the game start?
Yeah, this is just a very glorified warm-up.
What's going on?
I told you, the best team in the CIS in 2021 is Cyber Legacy. I've returned.
Can you guys do the chant for me again?
Cyber.
Legacy.
Cyber.
Legacy.
Cyber. And you just get a really passionate, like, 16-year-old Russian who's there.
Yeah.
You know, he's a student, so he happens to be in Berlin, and he's at the front of the crowd, and he just goes, Cyber! And everyone goes, Legacy.
Okay. I'm glad that you're scripting the future for 2021.
He's got the Russian flag around him. Little, never mind.
Tears of joy.
Yep, just being careful. Don't know what I'm saying. Usually. So just got to fact check myself. C's could get caught here. Never mind. He's the best player in the world.
In the server right now, let's be honest, C's is shredding them.
He's fired up. That's
22
pretty good.
frags. He's unstoppable.
Yeah, the guy's having a good game, and I mean, if there's any point to be proven, it would be with him against NAVI. I don't mind him coming in here and trying to prove a point. I think that's quite exciting. Now, bomb down loose towards Banana. We once again see a similar sight over the shoulder, just resting the gun. Tricky. Insult to injury. Plays down middle, removes it. Now, Banana becomes the next port of call. It becomes that next option to look at. And they're going to just, are they dry facing into this? That's going to be dangerous. And yeah, Foster will get one, but will fall for it. And now the hit continues.
Yeah, Simple's got a bit of a death wish here. Oh, uses that smoke to great success. Now with the smoke deployed and the bomb down, it gets, if you'll pardon the pun, tricky.
Great nade.
Perfect. And now a one-on-one. Simple knows exactly where Tricky is coming from. He just jumped through the... Oh! Cyber! Not going to do it? All right, well, Cyber have done it. 16-6, the best team from the CIS start their romance.
You're into warehouse or go down towards that secret position. That is an option, but I think these more direct go down towards that secret position. That is an option, but I think these more direct approaches after forcing Na'Vi to rotate around might be the play. You can see here going into this next round, Na'Vi operating with the AUG on Simple instead of the AWP, and Boomich back down to his signature MP9. And Simple is just playing in transition right now. He's waiting for the calls from his teammates so he knows where to rotate to and help. He needs that information before he can be the most potent version of himself. As they're holding onto a bunch of smokes here. HEs are still in play. Still a Molotov out for Flamey. Not a single defuse kit, and here's the man. Boomich holding secret with the MP9. Molotov not perfect, so he can actually hang around behind this. Legs.
Chronic got really hit. Now a proper molly, denying him any extra info or space. First fight, still unlikely to see Simple go down, and he's actually caught glowing. Seized trading. They know where the danger man is, and the smoke's gonna fade. He's hoping to use this to sneak out. Oh, Foster's not expecting that at all. He's actually on the other side of the smoke as it fades, and boom, baby. Seized does get the trade, so we stay level.
Sometimes you need those rounds from Simple, though, don't you?
Yeah, and Flamey's gonna find Seized here. That's the bomb. Looking good for 15 here. Na'Vi hunting for frags. Tricky. Flashed off. They know where that bomb is being held from. Flamey right on the other side of lockers. Picks up the bomb. And hunts him down. Tricky's not ready for this.
You're dead. You should be dead, yeah. Clack's now at 10 seconds. Nothing to do but die. It's Na'Vi on 15, kind of as we expected, but the journey here has been a little bit trickier than I think they imagined. And against him, there should be a decent buy coming out.
Yeah, well, Cyber Legacy going into what will probably be the last round of the second map here have actually put up a decent fight. The fact that they've taken this to a 15-11 scoreline and they've held Na'Vi quite honest. They've shown some good tactical prowess, much better than what we had in our opening game. That Virtus Pro K23 affair was an interesting one. This one here is actually delivered as far as teamwork, cohesion, doing the dry runs, they're all on point, and so is Simple here in the last round of play. Tricky goes out. Simple may have had enough here as he forces forward and maybe forces the issue. Glowing takes down Electronic. That's the 2 stars of NAVI taken out of the round within the first 20 seconds. At this point, it's a 4-on-3 situation. Cyber Legacy are looking good for one more. Have to have a couple of major fumbles here. The bomb yet to cross towards Secret, but they will need to meet on up. No one's rotated towards the lower side of things from NAVI, and they might actually be considering a save if the bomb goes down towards the lower site. Still have a shot in this round, that's for sure. But Boomich should be the first point rotating down through the vent to get contact, and the other 2 individuals are over towards ramp. They're currently boosting on up, so mounting on top of the box will be perfecto. Flamey can now play and swing either towards heaven or down towards that ramp position, but there's no sound cues just yet, so they don't need to rotate. But steps are made, the jig is up, and NAVI, if they want to bite into this round, they will have to start to understand where they need to be and how they need to retake this lower side of things.
Can they afford it?
Their money's not great. Their loss bonus isn't good either. And NAVI, by going for this, yikes. It's only 1,900 as the loss bonus in the next round, I believe.
Not even.
1,400.
Yeah. So, yeah, that fight being taken by Flamey has lost him his M4 for the next round.
Okay, so let's say that Boomich and Perfecto hold on to what they have. If they're able to do that and hold on to these 2 rifles, everybody on the team is going to have 1,400 as a loss bonus coming through. Simple will have roughly 3K. Electronic will have... Oh my god, it's getting worse.
It's getting really worse. And honestly, Perfecto could be caught here.
Ooh.
Very easily. Forster spots him.
He's been spotted.
Oh,
no.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I present to you a problem. Force?
I think it has to be. I think you have to force, then save next.
Some of them are double eco, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
1,400, you may as well buy twice.
It would be the force now, then it would be the save with the 1,900 loss bonus.
And then you'd have weapons.
The 2,400 loss bonus.
That would be like
through.
match point.
Yeah. Well, that's the right play, though. It gives you the most potent set of rounds.
And we've seen Na'Vi win a round like this with just Eagles. Second round of this half.
So they can do this.
All right, strap in.
I was happy with 15-11.
Yeah, I mean, that felt like...
Checked out a little bit. I was like, well, that'll be
It's just a
fine.
matter of time. What's the third map?
You got a little throwy, little cappuccino-y.
Yeah, they ordered the cappuccino. They just didn't pick it up.
Oh, it's a bit cold now on the side.
Still frosty, though. Full of frothed milk.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Again, I can't look at Cyber Legacy yet and be like, okay, they can keep it perfectly clean.
Look at
even against,
Clax.
like lighter buys.
Did he throw his main smoke, or is he there for another reason? Oh, he's actually just holding the flank. That's the flank hold when they do 4 yard. God, it's very elaborate. Okay. Here we go. Electronic is in an off angle. He's ahead of the flashes. Oh! One with the dink found.
Decent opening, though.
Yeah, you can't ask for more. Flamey's taking
take
space. He'll call lobby clear if he's not careful. Na'Vi with 3 postured on that top site.
They've cleared a lot, though, Na'Vi. They're well aware that, okay, lobby's clear. It's that outer area that's got problems. Boomich isolates one, and it's perfecto there. This is what we mean. We can't expect Cyber Legacy hold them to the same standard as we do others because we don't know enough about them. Yes, they've been great moments, but Clax now has to go into a 1v2.
Spot simple as well. Would need to clutch up a 1v4, and then from above, Boomich strikes. That is a disaster of a round. Na'Vi holding on. Hands in the...
As the people at home are wondering what's happening just as much as we are. Smoked across, Tricky isn't able to land the tags in the same no-go, and this time Flamey does go down, so they've changed up their bomb site holds.
Oh, that was nasty from Electronic. Outdone, but there you go. Saved again. This is brawly Counter-Strike.
Okay, well, Long's the avenue of aggression this time round. Clax has that under control. He's going to Molotov over towards that car position any time now. The rotation's coming in. I think Simple's going to get boosted up. Or maybe they get Boomich up. Either or. Simple's watching Cat. Boomich has Long. But they need to hit the shot and play off of each other here. Smokes to cross. They're good. Action on Simple now. Oh!
Gap in that smoke as well.
Huge gap.
Only Clax who made it across.
Yeah, and he's caught by Simple. Looks like Na'Vi have just about pulled this one across the line. Tricky doesn't want to lose his AWP. All too familiar circumstances for him, saving it last time as the ramp bomb was defused. Good molly for Simple's position. Forces him into the fight, but the flash to defend their prized possession is there. Tricky definitely got his fair share of tricks, but looks like he's off to save. Okay.
He's operating with a lot of money, right? So he may as well go for a round like this. I think just getting the AWP out of the equation so they can't have a double AWP coming into the next round. We can see that they could afford it if they'd like, but any damage he can do here might have flow-on effect. So that's 1.5. Perfecto, down to 15 points of health. And the AWP will be scavenged. So AWP and AK carried on through.
It's nice damage, though. I mean, considering that was going to be nothing, it turns into something. Gets a couple more weapons forced to be rebought. And now it's team talk time. They're so close to doing the impossible, but yeah, frustration's mounting. To be so close and to have it taken away from you, every player knows it. It's the worst way to concede. Tricky trying to change things, though. Flashing out long, showing some degree of bravery with his AWP. And they're going B. It is. Perfecto is alone. Simple to back him up. Clack's already caught by Simple somehow on the cross. And Perfecto has just single-handedly sent them packing. It was Simple to hit the shots, but he was right there with them. Seized. Not got much he can do about this one. 19 points of health. A spray from Perfecto would end him, but he gets away with throwing Molotovs enough to suggest there's 2 there. Bombs there too. Tricky not. This is awkward.
Yeah, it feels like the fizzle's coming in.
Yeah, we are fizzling right now. We have fizzled appropriately. We still down to play some Counter-Strike tonight?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, I'm down.
Have to drop the kids home, but then we're good to play.
Nice. Bang. And zoom.
All right, Simple finding a bit of heat here late in the stages. 4 kills for him in that round to lock down the B side of things with Perfecto. 1 round for NAVI now. It has been a mountain for them to climb. It's felt like they've gone to Everest and they haven't taken a Sherpa and they're learning how to do it on the road because it just doesn't feel like NAVI, or if anything, let's just sing the praises of Cyber Legacy. They've come in today. They've clearly put in the time. They've clearly put in the effort. They've found some form. Fantastic stuff from Seized here. Some good strategies that we've seen coming on through. In pressure moments, they have fumbled a couple of key rounds over on Nuke to lose against that low buy situation. Obviously lost one here not that long ago on Dust 2 as well. But this should have been Navi's series every day of the week, and it looks like that's going to be the case. Have they just taken back-to-back timeouts? I don't even know if that's legal. Maybe it is.
Maybe.
At this point, I'm just going to leave it. We'll let it lie there. As
hey, look, at least they made it to the server in time.
That's true.
So I'll take that.
Bit of typing going on right now as we are in the US Air Force tactical timeout. Looks like it has concluded, and we will get this one underway any moment. So the AWP.
What's worked? Let's recap.
When they did that mid-round play, and they knew that it was Flamey over towards long, but Flamey's actually been playing over towards that side of the map even more so. So they can't really punish that. They had that eco round where they got onto the A site, were given up a plant, and then they flanked all the way back from long to short and sandwiched in the CTs on the retake.
This is a mad mid-peak.
Whoa!
Oh, I thought it was going to be a 2-for-1. It's a trade.
Could have been.
Oh, but Flamey's taking it further. And the speed hit, everything they were looking for has now been kind of halted. Boomich has to do the damage, and he does it. It's just Foster. Oh.
Is that a rough map of it here, Foster?
Yeah, it's a heartbreaker for Cyber Legacy, getting so far. And now, unfortunately for them, this round, the one they had to do damage on is not a mid-round close after plan. It's just everyone losing out to the individual duels. Flamey's going to find a third here, tags him up. And NAVI weathering the storm of Cyber Legacy. That'll be the way we remembered this. Narcissus Sincere, victorious.
Team string 4 rounds together in a single overtime. Obviously, it's 4 rounds together in a single overtime. Obviously, it's 16,000 start money. Wait, is it?
No, it's 10k.
No, it's not. It's 10k.
Yeah.
Where did I get the 16k from?
I don't know. That's something you're gonna have to ask yourself. It is
I have it
10K
written down here. I don't know why. It's just one of those things.
Yeah. little bit of a brain fart, I guess, but hopefully ESPADA, they can hold this one down as Finnegan does find the first, that's the bomb drop, face crack. He's going to have a play dropping to the crosshair there, and he's able to find 2 quick kills, flip with another, giving brings FORZE into the advantage, and Dima's pushed forward by that Molotov. He's able to find Sanctuary on top of the box. Now they're going to chest for him. No, they are not. Dima, he's done so much damage. Takes down one, takes down a second, and D-Powers. Now the last player alive, a 1 versus 1. As he has found Dexter, but Dima just going to be using the smoke to try and elude this last FORZE player to try and find 17 on the board for ESPADA. Z-Power's wielding the P250. 40 seconds on the clock. He's going to try and work as much of it down as possible. Oh, what a shot that was! Z-Power. 250 through the cranium for Dima there. He had no chance of responding for that.
That was such a good play from Dima. You pointed out he went into the corner up on top of the boot box there. I think most people call it ninja still, even though I've never seen a ninja defuse from that position. Regardless, he gets into that position and the molly actually helped him out because they think, okay, we might have cleared this because there's a molly there. But obviously they didn't. He peeks out, he finds 2 frags, 2 massive kills. But Z-Power playing it to perfection, keeping his opponent guessing by just hiding for pretty much the entirety of it.
Face crack? Super random banana got fully blinded and just absolutely nailed Stopfik. Luckily his teammates are there to trade still. But Dima, again finding multiples for ESPADA. He's brought it into the 3-on-2 and FORZE might just have to hold off on their celebrations for the time being. But this hit towards A, with Flit working in from Moto, might just be exactly what they need. Finnegan's going to have no idea in the pit. This is a free kill. Flit secures it pretty cleanly. And now, well, he has to wait for a Z-Power to rotate in. He'll deploy a bit of utility to allow that and allow him to get the bomb planted. There was almost a chance there for Dexter if he'd been posted up with the AWP. Z-Power did cross before the smoke bloomed. And now a 2v2 retake required for ESPADA to try and keep themselves in this game. Z-Power and Flit to hold their positions. A nice opening from Z-Power. Do they expect the same player at the same angle? They know it now as they'll hear the couple taps of that M4 and it's around the corner. Flit is going to lay a few bullets down, not going to connect. Z-Power is being tantalized by his little arm sticking around the corner. No! But Dima, how has he done that? Z-Power, he went from hero to zero in the matter of a round with that P250. Can't quite connect the final bullet as Dima is left with 13 points of health and a clutch 1v2 for the ESPADA side.
And an ace!
And an ace.
Oh my god. Okay, so real quick, this double kill here from Dima is absolutely critical for the round. This here from Z-Power is a big blunder. So you're switching over to the pistol, which you should do in that scenario, because you got the information from a teammate. I definitely hit him, which means that he's somewhat softened. You already used your shot on the AWP, so you have a long reload time regardless, or at least like bold action time, whatever you want to call it. Switching over to the pistol is the right move in this scenario, but missing 4 shots to an opponent who's pretty much right in front of you, that's not good enough. And big plays there from
turned
Dima.
up the server. Rain's having himself a nice little time on the game, apparently.
I believe that should have been Dima. Quad kill there, or excuse me, ace from Dima, excuse me. Finding every single player, stepping up massively in these last couple of rounds here. Keeping the dream alive for ESPADA.
Yeah, aggression as well from ESPADA in what is the final round of this OT. At least go 1 for 1, but FORZE, I mean, they've still got a chance here. Sofik only has an MP9, geez.
It's gonna come right down to it. Pick up the final round. Oh, is it going to be the final round? I guess that's the real question here. If ESPADA picks it up, we're going to head into another OT. If FORZE manage to secure the round, they'll secure the map. It's their map choice, so they're definitely looking to do that. Sotfik finds the frag on Flit. Jerry and FaZe Crack, they both answer back, and now it's going to be all on Dexter. He's got his trusty friend, the AWP. And he still needs a big play in this one. He's in a 1-on-3.
And with the bomb planted, that makes things just a little bit more difficult for him. The time is now against him, and I mean, he switched out to the M4. Probably the better weapon for this scenario. Jerry is low HP. 17 pounds down to 50, but it doesn't matter as Jerry's just going to nail the instant headshot and will win it out for FORZE as they take it 19-17.
And what? Yeah, exactly. Like how much he actually did in that round, and how what? Yeah, exactly. Like how much he actually did in that round, and how much of an impact it can have in the future of this this map.
Yeah, you can see like FORZE, it's only really Z-Power and Split who have much cash. Jerry has a bit himself, but they're going to need to be careful going forward here. Obviously, they're starting to close things up, but Dexter will open things up for the ESPADA side. A quick opening frag. There's just a barrage of smokes down in mid. It's like playing with Bangalore here. As this is awkward. Pulls out his nade, but he's going to be able to draw his gun out in time. Flit doesn't notice him. Shadow. The power there, maybe shoots off his load a bit prematurely there. It's Almazo who's able to keep the frag and bring things into a 2-on-3 as a possibility for FORZE. Not a big one, but there is still a possibility that Molotov goes in towards the site. He's going to force Dexter wide as Jerry finds him a kill. Dexter needs to find the shot, but he can't. Jerry is going nuclear with these kills, but eventually we'll get taken down. That's the bomb dropped as well. That leaves Almazo in a world of pain. That was a huge frag from Finnegan. Almazo's going to have to use up a lot of this time to go forward and collect this bomb, and that puts him in difficult position. He's trying to fight back. Finnegan just needs to land one shot, and he will. He takes a lot of hits, but it's enough to secure ESPADA a 14.
Oh my. FORZE still slight favorites for this one according to GG.bet. Thank you guys for providing us with live odds for the event. But ESPADA, they're big favorites here on Dust 2 at this point in time. Quick update for you guys on the live win probability. I've been keeping my eye on it. It's currently... Alright, as we went into that round, it was 76% for ESPADA. Now it's going to be even better.
I think that's pretty fair.
Yeah, they should be able to close it out. It's a map they're pretty strong on, and they have a massive lead. Still a 6-round lead here. The only thing, like... So for FORZE to win this run in regulation, they need 8 rounds in a row. I don't see that happening. What we could potentially see is another OT, but for that to happen, they still need to come up massive towards the end of this one, and it's going to be tough, especially with Dexter and Patsy just showing up massively round after round here on Dust 2.
FORZE, look at their weapons there. Do they have any chance? I mean, Dexter picks up an opening. He's going to get a second while fully blind. How is this reasonable? He's just going to completely shut down FORZE, and comes in with 3 as well.
Come on, man.
Dear.
What are you supposed to do if you're FORZE here? I don't think there's anything they can do. This is absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. That's 15-8. FORZE. They had a couple of rounds here on this T side, but it's been ESPADA basically from the start that have had this one under control. And it's all up towards a few deagles, a Tech 9 for the FORZE side, and they're hoping for an early kill. Whether or not they'll pick one up, though, is a different matter, because ESPADA, they're looking on form. Softfit with this MP9 might be able to cut down some of these players' close range. But Dexter, he'll probably soften them up long range, or at least maybe find a kill. You'd hope so, at least. Just be careful. They are pushing a little bit closer. The aggression towards short from ESPADA's side does work out. But one Dexter under pressure as he needs to try and hold the line, but he's going to get taken down. Z-Power with the deal will be able to finish him off, and that's the AWP going in towards his hands as well. With FORZE, might be able to lock down this A-bomb site now.
Such an important kill there from C-Power. In the meantime, Patsy, he's gotten a couple of kills. He is taking some damage here, but Dutchbeck still answering back. C-Power trying his greatest, but eventually he falls. It's all on Almay, so he doesn't really have the weaponry to do it. And that will indeed do it. But with that, ESPADA, they managed to shut it down. 16-8 on their own map choice. Again, makes pretty good sense for them. Greek mythology or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was just excluded from mythology because he is just so terrifying. The Greeks thought, you know what, the rest of the world isn't ready to see this. Zeus they can handle, you know. Medusa, yeah, she's got snakes on her head, but Patsy is just gonna dump me out in a CSGO server. So, which one's really the more scary one? Certainly for FORZE, they are fearing Patsy right now. As they're left with just pistols, a few Tech 9s, a couple other pistols, and they see that blood as well from the spray. Jerry swings out the wide 50 pistol, and he's able to get 2. There goes a couple kills, but Dima's nade is enough to dunk them back into reality. They took a lot of damage. Almas' Deagle towards A has created an opening, and FORZE are going to backtrack as quick as they can. Almaza with the M4, he hears one CT. He knows he needs to win this fight and try and hold down the site, and he'll do exactly that. It's only Dima who remains. A 1 versus 3, and FORZE, they somehow find a lot from a little here.
Dima still trying. Ooh, that's a shot.
Oh!
Still looking for even more here, Dima. Got the triple.
Win this.
It's not going to happen. Almay, so finally shuts him down. That was scary, especially considering that initially it looked so good for FORZE. They pushed over towards the B-bomb side. They get the 2 main fraggers from ESPADA out of the action. They take care of Patsy. They take care of Dexter early. Oh, look how much the odds have swayed at this point. That's insane.
ESPADA are the third favourites now. I mean, people who betted at the start of the game, they're going to be grinning from ear to ear if they betted for the 2-1 for ESPADA. But we'll see. Damage done towards the FORZE side there, towards the ramp. Nice shots from Dexter. Gets a couple on that AWP and stays alive. It's only FaceCrack and Z-Power who remain for this FORZE side to try and get them double digits. A 2v4. Dexter's left just 2 points of health. As they're going to try and get that bomb planted. There's nobody towards CT, but Z-Power will remove that AWP from the server. Dexter goes down. Patsy's going to have one of his own, though. And we'll see if Patsy can convert that confidence, convert that skill he's had into the AWP. And Dima, oh, this position, he's not going to be expected. He drops down in front of him, Z-Power. Not expecting it either. And at least FaceCrack will get another, but it's Patsy who will trade it out with the AK. Gives the ESPADA side 14.
14-9. We've praised Patsy time and time again, and for good reason.
Oh dear.
Once again, he's sitting at the top of the scoreboard. He was at the very top of the scoreboard on Inferno with 31-22. On Dust 2, he was right below Dexter on 24-15. Currently, he's on 22-11. His rating, his ADR, his kill difference is going to be through the roof after this game.
Yeah, and on the other side of things, FaceCrack has had a bit of a turnaround since that first map. He's currently top fragging for FORZE, but that's not necessarily a good thing. He's only on 20. I mean, I say only, but, well, I mean, if ESPADA throw a few more nades like that one, it'll be a little bit easier for FORZE, unless they push in towards the B site. Already a man down. Dima and Dex are going to try and hold the line, and Dex is just starting to feel it on the AWP now, and this is very scary for FORZE. They're about to find 15, and ESPADA, they just show no signs of relenting. Bomb dropped on, is that on the balcony? It is on the balcony, so Flit will need to push forward to collect it, but I mean, a couple players nearby. Dima will get caught by Almaza, but the AWPs, Dexter and Patsy will close things down. 15-9, ESPADA What a turnaround from that first map.
ESPADA just one round away from shutting this one down and taking a victory in strong fashion. Wouldn't necessarily call it like a massive upset, but I would definitely say it's a bit of an upset.
Yeah, I mean, I expected the 3 maps. I mean, it's not been like a complete blowout in ESPADA's favor, obviously. FORZE have been in the game. It's just surprised ESPADA win at all in some regards. I mean, it's always going to be a close affair, but I thought FORZE would be able to pick it up. And look at Dexter. He's just bored of this game now. He's just... Oh, dear. I mean, FORZE, what can you do? Things are looking bleak, and with Patsy and Dexter now just fully unleashed, it's one final round perhaps for them. As Chip gets tagged down as well. He falls into the grating arms of Stompik. Lit will try and trade out, but it's just not going to work. FaZe cracks the last player alive, and he's in a 1 versus 5. There's just no chance. A minute on the clock. Can he find any frags here, Geet?
It seems unlikely. 1-on-5 situation. He spots a player over towards the staircase, but he gets spotted out himself, and eventually Sotfik will shut him down like it was absolutely nothing.
Wow.
ESPADA.